Hey everybody, what's up? Jester here. It is 14 October. It's Monday and I'm struggling to find motivation. It's almost 1 o'clock and I still am just now getting around to doing this particular video. So, not a lot's been going on that's of note. Minor break in stream on Friday. If you were there, regardless of the capacity, I apologize. That's just it. Regardless of the capacity that you were in when you were there on Friday, I apologize. If you missed it, count yourself as thankful. I wish I did. As for what all is going on, like I said, struggling to find motivation. And I think a lot of it has to do with And if you're one of those people that thinks depression is all about boo-hoo and shit like that, do me a huge favor. I'm going to spare you some time. Go ahead, put your fingers in your ears, earmuffs, whichever works for you, and let me go ahead and say this, and I will motion to you when we're good, okay? I think a lot of it has to do with seasonal depression, just not motivated to do stuff. It's kind of like we talked about last week, the post-con blues. You're around people that you absolutely love and adore, and then now you're back to your normal life. For me, it's just me trying to make ends meet. And it's difficult to find the motivation even to do some of the YouTube videos that I want to do. But we're getting into the holidays. Seasonal depression is a thing. I know what I'm doing for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it's pretty much going to be right here. Anyhow, for those of you, fingers in your ears, you're good. Welcome back. So, the weight loss thing is working. Hey, look, black shirt seeping through. My shirts don't even fit right anymore. I am just below 270 for the first time in probably 5 years, which is awesome. I'm constantly doing research. I've lost damn near 30 pounds. Now you go to Instagram and all these other places, people who lose weight immediately think they are the grand poobah of weight loss. I hate to break it to you, Cupcake. Shit doesn't work like that. I am on a very high protein diet. I don't have a whole lot of fat outside of meat in my diet. I have veggies and I have very little carbohydrates. Most of my carbs come from vegetables. Rare occasion, I will have a cheat day. It's not sanctioned. It's not scheduled. I'm with friends. I want to have tacos. I'm eating me some fucking tacos. And I am still down 30 pounds. I know it works for me. Those of you in my community know who Lady Katia is. My diet would probably kill her. Not in a dead sense, but in a horribly bad. She needs lots of carbs in her diet. Why? Because our bodies are fucking weird. That's why. Anyhow, I am no guru. I know what has worked for me up until now. And I'm constantly making changes and adjustments. And I'm doing more research. And that is where a lot of my problems are. Everyone is real quick, oh, this is what's going to work for you. Huh? How do you know what's going to work for me? You don't know what my blood work looks like. You don't know who I am, what I do, my lifestyle. Oh, this is the diet you need. And on top of that, they want to charge you for it. Whatever happened to being good people? We're going to charge you for information because you can't find this information on your own. Basically, is how I see it. Because we don't know necessarily the right paths to look for. So, anybody has questions about what I do, I'm not going to charge you. Come talk to me. Maybe we can figure some shit out, right? What I do, this is what I do. I get my ass up in the morning and I eat breakfast. Eggs, meat, sometimes a vegetable. Usually it's We're going to go with today, for example, mushroom, red pepper, cheese on top, and I put some salsa on top of that, some salt, a little bit of pepper, call it good. That's my breakfast. Now, about 2:30 every day, I eat my heavy meal, which is my dinner. Today, I'm making steak. Why? Because Publix, it's not top sirloin porterhouse filet. No, it's steak. It's beef that has been cut out for like $12, right? I can get a pound and a half, almost 2 pounds of uncooked meat. Cut that bitch in half, put it in a Ziploc baggie, throw it in the freezer. So today, I have at least 3/4 of a pound of meat. That's what, 12 ounces uncooked? So I'm going to have a 10-ounce steak, and I paid probably $6 for it. I'm going to have some green beans with some red, yellow, green peppers, onions, and probably throw some mushrooms in there. If I'm not too lazy, I'm going to cook up some bacon, and I'm going to throw that shit in there as well, because this is normally what I eat on a regular basis, have done so since the middle of August, and I'm down 30 pounds. So I would love somebody to tell me how it doesn't work. And then dinner, I take lunch meat. Like, I go to the deli at Publix, and I get them to slice up some meat right there. I don't get that prepackaged stuff, because I like this stuff better. Take that, a little bit of Miracle Whip, because I don't like regular mayonnaise. Some mustard, and I roll that shit up with some cheese. Cut it up. Usually have a raw vegetable, cucumber, maybe cauliflower, because I don't like broccoli. That's a different story. I know. We can talk about it on stream. Just ask me. Pickles. I love pickles, and Boar's Head kosher pickles are amazing. And hard-boiled egg. And that's generally my diet. Breakfast doesn't change often. Dinner, or the dinner, which is actually more of a lunch, doesn't change often. It's the middle meal that does. But I eat middle meal at 2 o'clock, and I eat my last meal at 6 o'clock on my first break. Then I don't eat until breakfast. So I have put myself in a routine of 7 to 8 hours. I eat my 2 meals, and then I fast for the remaining. I'm fasting overnight. I don't sleep-eat. I don't do much when I sleep. I'm lucky to breathe. I have a machine that helps me with that. I get up in the morning, I weigh myself. I go right before bed at night, I weigh myself. Just to see, hey, my body hasn't done shit in 4 days. I need to change something up. If that means I'm not going to eat a meal and change my fasting cycle, so be it. If it means I'm going to add a meal and change my fasting cycle, so be it. I make minor changes, and that's what seems to work for me. Now, the VA harped on me forever about losing weight. Now, all of a sudden, I am. Why? Because one doctor decided to look at my medical records for the last 6 years and said, hey, your protein levels are low. Eat more steak. Those were his words. And I quote, you know how most people have steak and potatoes, they go back for a second potato? You need to go back for a second steak. That's what he told me, go back for a second steak. So I'm eating more meat. A lot more meat. Because of stream gifts and 2 amazing people in my channel, I now have an air fryer I get to play with. So Saturday, I picked up some chopped steak, but not chopped steak. They've basically taken a steak and cut it into large pieces, and I'm going to make some kebabs. I got some chicken wings, so I can make me some hot wings. Fuck yeah. And I'm going to be making chili tomorrow, because I love chili. Because why not? Okay? So, I'm excited for that. But every time I turn around, look at this keto thing or this, that, and the other, and it's charging for it. I go through Instagram, and they're talking about keto diets, right? And showing all of these people that have lost 11 billion pounds. Click the link in my profile, and it takes you to pay for shit. I want to see some real shit. Not some get-rich-quick scheme. Maybe you found the picture on the internet. That might not even be you. That could be somebody who, yeah, they changed what they 8. But then they have all this money and they pay for a personal trainer and they're at the gym 8 days a week and this, that, and the other. And they are a professional. I am not. What am I a professional at? This shit right here. And I'm not even a good one. Though, some of you will notice there's a second mixer. I now don't need to have a second set of headphones for mod chat and stream. Everything is convoluted and all over the place. Figure that shit out. But I want to get back to doing gym stuff, but I can't until the doctors let me. I can't do it on my own because I will hurt myself. And there is nobody here that will help me. And that's not a pity party. That's not a boo-hoo, woe is me. That's a simple fact. I know what my schedule looks like. And there's nobody around. None. And that is what it is. You can see on my face, I'm not crying, I'm not upset. I am speaking my mind, and that's how it is. Now, maybe in the next 10 months, yeah, like my watch is going to say 10 months from now, maybe in 10 months, if I can manage to get the funds together, and it's not cheap, to move, I will be in an area with more people and more support for me. And I'll be able to do gym stuff. I'll be able to get out there and do something. But until then, the doctors can't even give me a straight answer on what the fuck is going on with my leg. I see you again in 2 weeks. I have as much confidence in them giving me an answer as me walking outside to get my mail and being greeted by the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man. Not going to happen because it's the VA and the VA sucks. Anyhow, I'm going to get off of that tangent and back to the whole weight loss thing. But something's been working. I mean, my shirts they don't fit right anymore. And that's a good thing. I just can't afford new stuff yet. And that's going to suck if I keep losing weight because then it's going to like, dude, you know your shirt's too big, right? Yeah, I know. Actually, no, I don't have to worry about that because the only place I really go is the grocery store. And it's just a bunch of zombies there because I live in Florida and they're all old people. But why is everybody so quick to, here's information that's going to charge you? It's like you go to McDonald's, right? You can get a 99-cent cheeseburger. You want to get a salad, which is some veggies. It's going to cost you $5. Whatever happened to helping one another? Doctors, if you're a doctor and you're seeing this, fuck you. Do no harm. Whatever happened to helping people because that's what you're supposed to do? Doing nothing does harm. Jerk. But seriously, whatever happened to helping people? Hey, dude, this worked for me. Why don't you try it? And that's what I do in my channel. That's what I do. I'll tell people what's worked for me. I will, if I can find motivation, I'll help them the best that I can. I'll be strong for somebody else because it means I don't have to worry about my shit. It's a win-win, right? Anyhow, I've gone off on multiple tangents. I'm losing my mind. So I'm going to go ahead and end this and maybe get some work done before 4 o'clock. I have less than 3 hours. I have 2 meals to prepare. Help. Anyhow, guys, take it easy and I'll see you next time.